On a Sunday morning, me and David like to have a little stroll into town. We pop into a coffee shop, have a drink, and then we go and get the last bits of shopping that we need from Lidl. So that's where we're heading. And the weather today, got to get wrapped up, but you know what? It don't feel too bad, and it's actually quite nice to get out of the house and just have a bit of a stroll. So I'll catch you in a bit. So we're just in Cafe Nero. I've got my book already. Bought this last week from the charity shop. Just waiting for my chai latte. Then we're going to sit here for an hour and just relax. So we've been in Lidl. We've got as bits of shopping we needed. Although I'd got a couple of extra items that I needed and I've completely forgotten, even though I've actually got a shopping list, but never mind. But the weather's turned, it's gone really grey, it's misty, it's drizzling, hence the hood up. But you know what, I'm absolutely roasting. But we're back home, going back home for his breakfast, looking forward to that. Let's see what the rest of the day brings. I'll catch you later. So we've had his breakfast and we've had a posh one today. We've had avocado and poached eggs on toast and a little bit of salt, and it was delicious. But I've now got to go and visit my mum and dad. My mum's health is really starting to deteriorate. She's really terrible on her legs, and she attempted to go out for a walk the other day with my dad and apparently she couldn't make it. So I'm going to have to go down and see how she's doing to find out whether she needs anything doing. Which means I've got to go back out in the drizzle and the cold. But at least when I come back, I'm going to sit down and have a nice cuppa. So I'll catch you in a bit. So I'm back from visiting my mum and dad, and I'm glad to say that everything is absolutely fine with my mum. It's all quiet, so it's all good. So I can forget about that now and just relax. So what I'm cracking on with today is a crochet project, and I'm making what hopefully is going to be a little bag. I bought these, a pack of 4 from the range. It was just before Halloween and they should have been £9.99 and they were selling them off half price, so obviously I got them for £4.99, and I just really like these colours. They look a little bit brighter I think on camera, but they're a really nice autumn set of colours. So it's macrame cord and this makes fantastic bags, so that's what I'm hoping this is going to be. So I've decided to start with the deep reddy colour, then I've gone with the terracotta, and I think it's going to be this browny orange, and then the mustardy yellow. Not sure yet what I'm going to do about the handles, whether I'm going to actually do it in the macrame cord or whether I can get hold of actually some wooden handles. So that's my little craft project that I'm going to be cracking on with. I'll show you that in a later video, but for now I'm going to go and have that cuppa I promised myself before I went to my mum's. Catch you in a bit. I've done a few more rows on my bag, but while it's still fairly light and I'm in the mood, one of the other little tasks I want to get done today is covering the greys. I don't have a lot of grey, but they're just coming round sort of like the hairline and a few right on the top. So while I'm in the mood for the next hour, this is what I'm going to be doing, and then I'll get all cosy. I'm going to have a shower, get my gym jams on and just settle in then hopefully for the rest of the day. What have you been doing up today? What have you been doing today? Do you know sometimes you just really can't get the words out of your mouth, can you? I don't know if it's because I'm cold or is it me age? I don't know. Anyway, let me know what you've been up to. I'm going to crack on with dyeing my hair and I'll show you the results after. Let me just show you now what it looks like. Oh, not washed it for a few days. Oh, God. Oh. It needs a good cut as well. But yeah, that's my other task. I'll see you in a bit. The hair's done. David's chopped me about 2 or 3 inch off, so that'll suffice now for another, well, a good few months. I've been in the shower, I've got my gym jams on. I'm now going to go and have my tea. Then I'm going to crawl back onto the settee and just chill out. I'm going to do a bit more crochet, watch a bit of telly, and that is me done then for the day. So I'll catch you tomorrow for another exciting day. See you later. It's now Monday morning. It's currently about 8:30. I don't work on Mondays, and the urge to just sit on the settee, read my book with a cup of tea, watch the telly, that sort of thing is very strong. But I'm trying to be a little bit more productive, especially this time of year. It's the 8th of December and it's just cold and miserable out there. So I've set myself 3 little tasks that I am going to do today. The first one is just to write some Christmas cards out, but I need to go and post them. The second one is I'm going up to my daughter's. She's ordered me some slime for one of my granddaughters for Christmas, so I need to go and collect that. And it's good to get out of the house and have a walk, even though it's really cold out there, but it doesn't look like it's raining at the minute, so I'm just going to get really wrapped up and have a walk. When I get back, there's another little pocket of decluttering that I'm going to be doing. It's really helping me to get motivated, this decluttering. It's amazing how much stuff just clutters up your home. So that is another little thing when I'm going to get back, but I'm not going to do crazy decluttering. It's just a little simple job. So I'm going to crack on, get my cards wrote out, get up to my daughter's. So I'll catch you when I get back, when I've thawed out a little bit. I'm just got back from my daughter's and I've got the slime, and I'm really disappointed in that. I thought it was going to be so much better, but anyway, that's what she's picked, so that's what she's got. I hope she's going to be happy with that, but who am I to judge? And the weather out there today is actually a lot better than what I thought. I've really enjoyed that little walk, just to get out of the house, have a bit of exercise, a bit of fresh air. I've really enjoyed it. So I'm now on to the third task that I'd set myself today. I've got a set of drawers here, and I know there's stuff in here that really needs sorting. There's a lot of stuff, I think, especially in this top one, I can actually just get rid, because it's stuff what's been in here, no word of a lie, for years. So I'm going to concentrate on going through these 3 little drawers. Once they're done, I'm hoping I can have at least 1 drawer spare, so then other things that I've got around the house that do need a home can now come and live in here. So this is my mission now for the next hour or so. I'm then going to reward myself with a nice cuppa and a sit down before I decide what else I'm going to do today. But I do think decluttering is a really... So just then I had a knock at the door, and it's actually David. He's got home from work early, so this is on the back burner because we're actually going to pop into town and we're going to go and have a drink into town. So that's not what I was expecting today, but it's a nice surprise. So I will see you in a bit. Bye. Seeing as it's the Christmas festive season, I've decided to have a gingerbread latte instead of my usual chai latte. Cheers. Oh, we're just back on his way home from town. It's been a really nice delaying tactic to my task that I've got to do. David is absolutely obsessed with the caffeine Waterstones, and every time we go into town, that's usually where we end up, apart from a Sunday, because that's the day we go to Caffè Nero. God, I'm getting out of breath and I'm only walking uphill. But anyway, it was absolutely fit to bursting in Waterstones. There were so many people in there. But that's me done for today. I'm now going home and I'm going to get that task done that I have set myself. I'll see you when I get back. I've just got back from town and there is going to be no more distractions now until I get my decluttering done. But just before I went into town, the poster came and he'd got a letter for me. About 4 weeks ago, I went for my routine mammogram, my breast screening, and I've been waiting for the results. Luckily they've come and they're clear. There's no signs of cancer. I didn't have any problems. I weren't expecting anything, but you just never know, and it's always good to have a good, positive, clear result. And I know it's an awkward thing to do when you stood there with nothing on your top and you've got a strange woman handling bits that you don't want handling by strange women or whoever, but it is just well worth that little bit of awkwardness to get it out of the way and to know that everything is all right. So I'm going to get this done. I am not going to get, as I say, distracted anymore. I'm going to get this finished. That's the decluttering all done for today. I feel as though it's been quite productive, although sometimes I feel as though I'm just picking something up from one place and popping it in another, because I've got a corner here where all my stuff for the charity shop is, and it just seems to be getting bigger and bigger, but I'm getting there. I've only managed to clear or make space for one drawer in the other chest of drawers, so as I keep going, I'm hoping that I can just find other spaces where I can declutter and just make sure everything's got its own space. But I do feel as though I've achieved something today, even though I've been distracted by a trip into town. So what time is it? It's about 12:05, so I'm now going to go and have a bit of lunch, and that is going to be me for today. I'm going to figure out what my next task will be, so I'll catch it all in a later video. And I've still got to figure out what I'm going to do with my bags for the handles, because I've been looking online and some of them charge an absolute fortune for the handles and the postage. So yeah, that's still a decision in the making. So I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. See you next time.